This is real. And I didn't even know this was a thing until I took my deep dive into Sims 1 Makin Magic. Believe me, we're gonna get a better look at this item, as well as this other mystery object that's next to it. Not only am I gonna show you how I got there, but we're gonna take a look at all the craziness that is offered in Sims 1 Makin Magic. But before we begin, I need to get in some magical attire. The mystery man dropped off his bag of magical goodies to start me off. I pocketed them as they are ingredients to help me start casting spells. You see, there are two types of spells to cast. There are spells which require a wand. There's also charms which are crafted. One takes a wand charging device and the other takes a crafting booth. I started off by using the in-game items to get supplies for free. Honey and beeswax as well as butter. I also found that I could use a spinner wheel and get golden thread too. I scoured through the spell book at the unknown spells and charms, seeing what I could cast first, and I created my first spell. And my first charm. So I decided to throw a party to start testing some magic on people. The first spell was totification on this poor soul. Then I planted one right on her lips in hopes it would turn her back into a human. I figured that made her dislike me quite a lot, as it should. So I cast a friendship spell on her, and it seemed to work just fine. And now it was time for my first charm. This one was called Beauty or Beast, which granted me access to this great set of characters. I settled on the Will Smith genie. And cast another friendship booster on the frog lady. Already though, I was running low on ingredients. I dove into Magic Town to fetch more. I spoke with Mara first. Little did I know she would come in handy as I continued my magic. Having bought spell ingredients from her, I realized the magic coins I had received in my mystery box had all been used up. The only way I could get them now was to put on magical performances in Magic Town. And in order to earn more per performance, I need a higher logic skill set. So I bought a chess table and went to town on that bad boy. Now it was time for as many magical performances as I could handle. And here's one of those performances. With my earned magic coins, I bought more ingredients and got to crafting a new charm. This one was called Horn of Plenty. It put food everywhere. So I ate the nasty bread and thought to cast the charm again. It put frogs everywhere, and after macking on a few more of them slimy lips, I decided to become Doctor Strange with the Beauty or Beast charm again. You know, growing up, Makin Magic was my least favorite expansion, I hate to say it, but coming back to it's really not bad. Hey, you're not doing any magic in here, are you? Me? No, I'm not doing that at all. Good. Let's keep it that way. Anyway, I got more ingredients and got another spell and charm. This charm made a bunch of dirty dishes. And upon casting it again, it washed them all away. This is when I was about to go back to the magic supply store, and I noticed a suspicious looking plant growing near my sidewalk. And you're gonna wanna keep an eye on this plant as this video goes on, because I didn't know what this was, and there's a good chance that many of you don't know either. After I got some sleep, I was back to crafting another charm. This one was called Shed Your Skin. I tried it and found the effect to be pretty neat. So my curiosity has always pushed me too far, and I cast it again, and it put snakes everywhere. Back to the magical supermarket to make a spell called Enchant. Comment below if this was you, but as a kid growing up, I had always heard about garden gnomes coming alive in The Sims 1, so I cast Enchant on it. That's creepy. He really had a liking of my wine presser. Look at him kicking those little legs. Is he drunk? This is like some possessed exorcist stuff or something. I had moved my wine press upstairs thinking he couldn't go up there. So now at this point I was wondering what he would look like going down the stairs instead. He kept getting in and out of it all night long. So I made even more gnomes and enchanted them all. And one of them spontaneously combusted into flames. As if these things couldn't get any more cursed looking. I bought a small garden since they are lawn gnomes after all, and one of them nicely took to watering it for me. The cycle of learning more spells continued. I went back to Magic Town. I met this kinky looking lady and bought dragon scales to make a new charm. I made something called Polar Attraction, so I called Tytar from our Christmas episode over. I walked downstairs and he just randomly shoved me and made me cry. I also learned in Magic Town that you can exchange items with NPCs for other ingredients. In this case, I traded some of my harvested honey for a 4-leaf clover. But even with this discovery, there were still ingredients I could not seem to buy or find. This is when I was offered to play a game in exchange for something. I had to like touch these mushrooms, turning them blue while she teleported around turning them red, which is like a super unfair advantage because I don't know how to run on foot. She's just... I lost, but she offered me another mini game. I just had to find someone and give them an ingredient, and in return she gave me a Pegasus feather. After buying a bunch of ingredients for missing spells, I charged up my wand with multiple spells, called over Christmas Tytar again for some fun, and what better person to love than myself?
That's what she said!
So we promptly fell in love. I proposed that he move in with me, being my love after all, and he said he wasn't ready for that step. So I crafted a charm and it was called Perfect Garden, and it didn't go as expected. All the demon gnomes came alive and they were out for blood. Let me tell you what. They were killing my plants, cussing me out, kicking my shin. And this is when I noticed that there was a glowing colored crystal with the ability to learn a new spell. Teleport. I casted my new charm and a gorgeous, gorgeous man mirrored my every move. I couldn't interact with him and he walked himself down the stairs and suddenly burst into flames because reasons? I tried to save him, but it was too late. So I made another one. This one was pretty cute. Oh, he's trying so hard. He's missing the mark, but he's trying. Come on, give the guy some credit. He just doesn't understand some things, you know? Hey, you talking about cloning with spells? Bro, why do you keep barging in on me when I'm in the middle of shooting a video? You're sure you're not doing spells? Positive, bro. Positive? Positive. I'm trusting you. Christmas Tytar was back, and he took it upon himself to start kicking gnomes. Ow! These things really are cursed. Ow! Then Claire the bear tried stealing my honey, and that did not go over well for her at all. But this moment right here is what tipped me off. That crystal from before was bigger than the first time around. And now there's this little sproutling growing as well. And the plant was getting super, super tall. Was all of this magical energy I've been using causing rifts between reality and the magical world? Causing magical plants and objects to slip between what is real and what is not? So I had to see if my theory was right. I started casting spells as fast as I could. Anything and everything went. I called over Toby Flenderson from the Party Challenge and casted a friendship spell on him. Oh, God! But casting it twice resulted in bloodshed. I had a small get-together and started casting more spells, and then this mystery man ran up on me and gave me a magical citation, taking some of my spell ingredients away. Like, what gives? A few hours later, there was a new colored crystal which taught me Extinguish, so I had to try it out. The red crystal taught me what's called Hot Foot. Teleporting around took no ingredients and minimal time, and I realized it was affecting those crystals and plants. So in between learning all the other spells the game had, I started teleporting around as fast as I could. Then there was a yellow crystal. It taught me Magic Trick. And before I decided to try it out on Christmas Tytar again, I had the ingredients for another round of Beauty or Beast. And I turned us into donkeys. Then I chose to become the big bad wolf. I went to Magic Town looking for a minigame with my newfound abilities. I had a rematch of sorts with the color game on the mushrooms. This time I could teleport around, allowing me to win and receive a rare ingredient, clown confetti. I found a spell that required clown confetti as well as dog treats. I picked them up, learned the spell, and adopted a dog because it required a pet to cast it on. I named my Dalmatian Hi and took him home for my magical experiment. He became my new best friend. Now there were two of us to gather ingredients and work on magic together. I turned on free will so he could handle his own needs. But he behaved kind of similar to my clone. He was new to this whole being a human thing, so I don't blame him for this, but he kept catching things on fire. But no worries, any old mage with the Extinguish spell can handle this. And after all of his magic and mine, many new plants were popping up, including this white crystal. It taught me how to levitate. Then I teleported around a bunch. I showed him my hand buzzer. I teleported around more. Then more and more. Showed off a new color crystal, which was called Spook. Teleported more. And then, you won't believe it, I played for literal hours trying to get more crystals to appear and more plants to appear just to see what would happen. I counted 8 more hours, in fact, of spell casting. And this is when I discovered this tall beanstalk was now clickable. You see, this entire video, I've been saving my authentic reaction for you to see what's at the top of this beanstalk. Remember the beginning of this video? That's right. You're a smart lad or lassie, aren't you? Looking up high. Yes. How did I never know about this? Will Wright. I think that's the guy who made The Sims. Thanks for playing The Sims. What an awesome Easter egg. Let's steal some magic beans. Look at him go. And also, before we go, I found this magical grimoire here full of magical spells. We have the Alli Hart to make you happy, the Mariah Weakland to make you hopeful, Ulrika Eriksson to make you excited, Viktor Henriksson to make you courageous, Khaled Holman to make you giggly, Zack Cooper to make you joyful, NorthStarrs to make you feel worthy, Reyn Carpenter to make you loyal, KnightOfKris to make you proud, and the subscribe to make the viewer subscribe. Aha! I caught you, you son of a biscuit. I see you using magic. When I report this to the ministry, they're gonna have a heyday. Subscribe! Yeah, do that.